January 1st, 2011, I did a pledge. Am I live? All right. Hello, big dreamers. Katie Rhines, your registered dietitian, is here. I'm so excited to be here to discuss my journey. 8 years I've considered myself vegan, which is like so crazy. I can't believe it's been 8 years. I did a 21-day challenge on PETA.com, as a New Year's resolution for 2011. And it's like, after that, I didn't think I would continue to be vegan. I thought that I would be super deprived. I was like, great, I'm just going to be eating grass for a month. This is going to be awful. So this video is really just about my journey and some tips, some tricks, what I learned. What going vegan taught me, and I want to help you feel more empowered, more inspired, and more confident about being vegan and just adopting a lifestyle with less harm to animals and to the planet. And I'm so excited to be in touch with you live right now. So first of all, I want to just backtrack a little bit. I think that I go vegan for a lot of different reasons. And there's so many reasons to go vegan, whether it be for the animals, for the planet, for health. And it seems like people get nervous about veganism for health reasons, which is funny because did you know that the position paper for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, I'll certainly link it down below, it states that a well-planned, balanced, plant-based diet, vegetarian diet, vegan diet, even says the word vegan in there, is not only health promoting, but it may even prevent and reverse a slew of chronic diseases, which is amazing. Like, that's so cool. And it seems like this day and age too, people want to, not just this day and age, but I think just human nature in general, we want to make things complicated. We like to compartmentalize things and say that these things are good, these things are bad. It's black and white, this way or that way. And with these black and white things, like as far as being vegan, not vegan, or it was like raw, cooked, like what boat are you in? What kind of vegan are you? Or like keto, people like to come up with rules and things to follow. But I've, along my journey, come to find that intuition, simplicity, just it's not the most exciting or glamorous thing to just eat healthy food and to listen to our bodies and eat more when we feel like eating more and to eat less when we feel like eating less. It's just like not trendy or whatever, So I'm just bringing that back right now. But backing up on my story, I actually went vegan because my sister, who she actually saw the Avatar movie with the blue people, and that movie inspired her to go vegetarian. And I thought that was like, okay, I guess I'll try that with you. I hadn't even seen the movie yet, but she was really taken aback by them cutting down all the trees and the environment, and just how in that movie they had such respect for all creatures and all of the trees and plants that they lived with, and like it was super sacred, And I really felt like I just wanted to make it easier for my mom to make meals for her. And I don't know, I always copy what my sister does, let's be honest. So I just decided to go vegetarian. And for her birthday, me and my sister, our favorite movie is Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. And I'm still a huge fan of Alicia Silverstone. She's like one of my solid inspirations. For my sister's birthday, I got her Alicia Silverstone's book, The Kind Diet. And I ended up stealing that book, reading that book. I couldn't believe it was all just about veganism, what foods are, doing harm to our bodies. It went into sugar, refined sugar cravings, and it went into animal agriculture and just being kind, not only to the planet, but to ourselves. And I am an ice cream fanatic. I was working at an ice cream store at the time. And it's just like so funny how I was trying to go vegan and I couldn't go vegan. So I made it a New Year's resolution, January 1st, 2011. It was my senior year in high school. And I was definitely the weirdo. Like, I was also working at a yoga studio at the time, and it just kept popping up in my life, the idea of transitioning to more plant-based diet. I remember reading the yoga journal, sitting at the desk at the yoga studio I opened at, and the yoga journal, the article I was reading went into how it's like being mindful of what we're eating. Like, where is our food coming from? What all goes into getting it so that it's possible for you to eat right now? Like all of the farmers, all of the water, all of the manure and tilling and work that's put into getting this pizza. There's a pizza place right next to where I used to open at the yoga studio. And I remember just sitting there being like, oh my goodness, you know? So there was like a lot of things that piled on top of each other that made me be like, okay, like this is it. I'm going vegan. And wow, yeah, January 1st, 2011, I actually went with my ex-boyfriend's little sister to this 100% vegan cafe for lunch. And I remember just being blown away with how delicious it was. I went into it thinking that I couldn't possibly be vegan, and I ended up working at that restaurant, and like, wow, I could talk forever about my story, but that place had a raw vegan chef certification. It was actually mostly raw restaurant, and it was built due to a cancer diagnosis, which is like, I was mind blown that this woman lived years past her terminal cancer diagnosis due to a transition to a plant-based diet. And as I started working there my senior year, I met people every single day coming in for their wheatgrass, coming in for their quinoa macro bowls, and just like saying that they used to have diabetes. They used to have these issues. And that inspired me to want to become a dietitian, to learn how to prevent and reverse disease with food. So, you know, and yes, this is bringing up like some bubbling emotions and things that are super necessary to discuss right now. Like, I just cannot believe that there's a lot that I could discuss, but the message that I really want to bring across is that, you know, I consider myself a vegan of 8 years. Since that day I pledged to be vegan, because I couldn't believe I just kept going and going, and I felt so good and inspired, and there was so much more to learn, so many more recipes, so much. It was just like, I was amazed. And I actually went fully raw for my senior project of my senior year, and I was documenting everything I was eating. This was before Instagram even existed. I was taking photos of my food, and I made a whole, like, I actually went to the Photoshop and got my photos developed of my food, and I have like an album at home of my raw vegan food that I was making for my senior project. It's like so funny. I can't believe that, like, I actually am a fraud. I have for sure eaten animal products between January 1st, 2011 and now. And one of those times was actually a couple months ago. I was at a nice grocery store, Erewhon, and there were samples, and I, for some reason, assumed that it was vegan, and it wasn't vegan, the little sample I tried, and I remember being super upset, and I looked up at the sky, and I was like, I'm sorry, you know, I feel like my heart is pure, but sometimes those things slip. But there's been other times in college, for sure, where I actually intentionally, mindfully ate animal products, okay? I remember one time, probably the first time I had eaten an animal product in a long time. This is so funny. It's like confessions of a vegan. Like, is this like a super big deal or what? Like, everybody's gonna unfollow me when I tell you these stories. I was really stressed out. I like, starting college was such a whirlwind. I like instantly started rushing. So me and my, anyways, like, sorority recruitment. I was teaching Zumba classes already there. I was teaching Zumba in high school, and I, you know, just starting classes and starting, like, there's just so much going on the very beginning of my freshman year of college. And my good friend who I had met like in orientation, in college orientation, her family actually lived right next to Purdue. And so I went with her to her parents' house one day, and we were both just venting about how we were so stressed out and sick and exhausted, and like we didn't know what the heck was going on, and we were super upset, and like we didn't know if we got along with people in our sorority and if anybody liked us. And we were just like so venting. And Nancy, I love you. I love her. I'm sending her love right now. My friend's mom, she brought out 2 glasses of milk and 2 freshly baked, not vegan brownies to me and this girl. And we weren't even that close of friends. We probably spent like a month knowing each other, you know? And all I wanted was that brownie and that glass of milk. And I ate them both. And it was so wonderful. It was like, and she knew I was vegan. Like, I was like, okay, I'm vegan, but I'm not going to reject my friend's mom's brownie. Like, I just felt like so like, oh, you know? And this was definitely early on in my vegan journey. Like, this was probably within a year of going vegan. So yeah, this was still in 2011. So it's like, come on now, something's got to give. I just felt like, yeah, I was raised also that it's super rude to reject food that's like homemade. And I just was like, it would be super rude for me to say no, like, I really want this, you know? And I think that was a good move. Like, I still considered myself vegan after that because it's like, you know, it's like, live your life, people. Like, bleep, live your life. You know what I mean? I just want to share that, yes, I've been vegan for 8 years. I consider myself a vegan for sure, like 99% of the time. And we all have our once in a while things. Like, can we just relax? Like, does it have to be that black and white 100% of the time? No, it doesn't. And if that makes me a not vegan or a fake vegan or a horrible vegan, then like, I'm sorry. You know, I really, so yeah, and that was like 8 years ago anyways, but I'll tell you, I'm going to do all my confessions right now. I remember I had a good friend, this was in Indiana. So I had a good friend who, her family owned a duck farm, and our birthdays were really close together. Her birthday was October 9th and mine was October 3rd. And we celebrated both of our birthdays at her family's house. And I had her family's duck. I remember I got froyo, and I actually, like, the beginning of my sophomore year, probably at my lowest point, I was like super upset and confused and like just insecure about veganism because every other person that I saw would tell me that it's unhealthy or like they were just didn't know about veganism. I literally had someone had to touch me. They were like, I didn't know it was possible to be vegan. That's how crazy, like, so I was really insecure. And my professor was telling, I remember, my food science professor who like super excited about GMOs and super excited about animal agriculture, told my whole class that it was really unhealthy for us to not be taking fish oil and that everyone needed to eat fish oil. And we should tell our whole family that to take fish oil. And I started taking fish oil. And we were learning about high biologic value protein and how eggs are very high biologic value protein. And so I started eating eggs. And then after that first semester, sophomore year, I went back. So during the holidays, I would go back to work at the raw vegan restaurant that inspired me to go vegan. And I was re-inspired to be vegan again. I was like, wow, like, I'm so grateful for this place and these people, and realizing that it's actually possible to be vegan, and not only possible, but to thrive and glow and be super healthy. And I went into the second semester of my sophomore year full throttle. Like, I went raw vegan. Like, it was crazy. Now, I know I'm just kind of ranting, but I want to peel back some layers here. It's really what veganism taught me and what I'm learning still. It's like I said, I was working at a yoga studio. Which came first, the vegan or the yogi, you know? And they both go so hand in hand, because when I went vegan, I remember saying to my boyfriend at the time, after I had read Alicia Silverstone's book, I was like, you know, after I had went vegan, I remember saying to him, I just feel like I'm in the right place at the right time all the time. I feel like the world has my back. And I just feel like my thoughts are so much more clear. And my intuition is so much more clear. And my heart is so much more loud. Like, and this is, I don't think that science can ever document this. And I don't think that, you know, one animal product a year can, like, you know, change this. It really does have to do with just being more mindful of what we're eating and eating things that are more alive and more wild and vibrant, and coming from a place of love. So when I went raw vegan after my sophomore year, after that, like, you know, me eating eggs again. So yeah, maybe won't consider me vegan of 8 years, considering I started eating eggs my sophomore year. Like, maybe it'll only be 7 years, but whatever, whatever you want to judge me. I was calorie counting and restricting and feeling like I wasn't good enough. And I was like super stressed out in school and so overeating and drinking. And like there was so much stuff going on in the background. And like I had a horrible relationship with food. I was like restricting. And this has nothing to do with veganism though. Like it doesn't have to do with veganism itself. It's really just my mindset around food. So our perception and our perspective of things can change over time, and we can choose a perspective that serves us all the time. I remember going into the dining courts my sophomore year, and I was inspired more about like the 80-10-10, like fruitarian. I remember that summer after my junior year, the summer after my sophomore year, I actually went to Thailand for a fruit festival, and I was just eating like fruit on fruit on fruit. I went to a organic durian farm with this guy who inspired me to be vegan again, and it was just amazing. But I remember walking into the dining courts and literally just putting lettuce and grapes on my plate. Like super, like nothing was healthy enough. Like I was like, this is all GMO, this is all like, oh, and I would just be super up in my head about it and really upset. And I'm at a place now, my friend Andy, like we talked about this the other day, that I truly believe now that, and she told me this, so quoting her, that it's really healthier to eat a super old granola bar at an airport that's like, you know, this processed thing, if we're not thinking too much about it, if we're like grateful for it and savoring it and enjoying it, than to be sitting down eating a salad with the perception of, I'm not skinny enough, this salad sucks. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like having a perception of, I have to do this. This is like, yeah, forcing yourself to do something or being mad about something or stressed about it versus just enjoying something. Like, what is health? You know, what is health but just happiness, enjoyment, vitality, and that it doesn't necessarily come down to the nuances of nutrition. Okay, so I've learned this over the years. And yeah, I was calorie counting and restricting. So I was restricting to like 1,500 calories a day when I was raw vegan, and I was just like tracking what I was eating, making sure I was like, yeah, I just wanted to be as skinny as possible, and I thought that was healthy. I thought it was healthy to be slim. So that's that. And moving forward, still vegan, but there were still, like, I remember on the 4th of July, in my hometown, there's a big like lobster roll luncheon on the 4th of July. And yeah, I had lobster on top of a salad. I didn't even have a roll, but just like little things like that. Like once in a while, am I still vegan? Comment below. Would you still consider me vegan? Yeah. And like, how do you define vegan even? Like, am I vegan if I don't know if my shirt has, like, I'm sure that the sneakers I wear probably have some kind of leather or something, like, you know what I mean? So this is like such a spectrum of like, who knows? I eat honey. I'm not vegan. Everyone, I fail. You know, like, can we all just relax? And that's what I was mentioning at the beginning of this video, is like, things aren't black and white. Things aren't like, wow, I'm just reading the comments right now. Just agreeing with Katie about relationship with food. Oh, I love this. Thank you. I just realized there's a bunch of comments on the side. Yeah, so it really comes down to our relationship with food, and thank you for your comments. I can't wait to read through them. I'm going to keep going here. I feel like as years went on, I still like, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to talk about these topics that I feel like my family or whatever, it's like kind of taboo to talk about, but I'm just going to talk about them. I wasn't getting a regular menstrual cycle since before I went vegan. I was a cheerleader in high school my senior year. And yeah, I started restricting calories in high school before I was vegetarian, before I was vegan. And I just didn't have a healthy relationship with myself. I didn't practice any kind of self-compassion. And I was really basing my worth on how I looked. So, oh God, I'm at a place now where it's like, I know that my looks don't define me. And it's so exciting to like have gotten my period back. And yeah, it's been a journey. I've definitely like come a long way, and it's still a practice. It's like an intentional practice. And like, wow, I just saying this right now, I feel really excited because I truly, truly have come such a long way with having some compassion for myself that I didn't have when I was in school and when I was inspired to be vegan or go vegan. I do want to tell you a little bit more slip ups. I remember my, and because I wasn't getting my menstrual cycle, I was concerned about veganism. Like if any little thing was going on, like if I wasn't top energy, top health, like perfect all the time, I was like, is veganism okay? You know? So I would just like second guess myself about veganism, and it's not the veganism. It's not the vegan diet. Like, of course we can, like I feel like at this point in my life, I love animals so much. Like I feel like I'm so sensitive to the energies that I'm eating. Like I'm so mindful of the stuff that I'm eating that I just like don't think I could ever eat an animal product again at this point. But yeah, like if I want to, if my mom makes like some wild salmon, which the documentary Forks Over Knives saved my parents' life. My dad got off of his cholesterol meds. Like I have a video with my dad. Like it's absolutely incredible and amazing. And I'm so stoked about my parents being plant-based. My parents, yes, they're plant-based. Yes, they don't need cholesterol lowering meds. My dad's going to be 70 years old. And he still like is down to go bike riding with me. And it's super awesome. Like plant-based diet, longevity, amazingness. Are they 100% vegan? No, they're not 100% vegan. It's not black and white, people. Like, chill the hell out. Like, let's chill. It's okay to eat an egg once in a while. It's okay to go to a party and have some organic turkey on Thanksgiving. You know, the vegan police aren't going to come after you beating you with a stick. And as a vegan dietitian, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Nobody find out where I live. Yeah, I remember my dietetic internship director, he had his own chickens. He had his own hens and eggs, and he was handing out these beautiful like blue and pink, like these beautiful organic eggs from his chickens. And yeah, I ate some of those eggs, and I was like consciously like, as a vegan, I was like, still not getting my menstrual cycle. I was like, maybe this will help me get my period back. I'm not buying my own eggs, but I'm eating these eggs. Am I still a vegan of 8 years? I don't know. But more on the mindset thing. I just hope that everybody out there can truly, truly, truly take a deep breath and just know that their self-worth, and know that there's an incredible, infinite being that you are. And this vessel of a body, it's really just a vessel. Who you are isn't how you look. At the end of the day, what really matters is you giving and receiving love and joy, and just knowing that it's like having a positive mindset and choosing to come from a perspective that gives us power is like the most powerful thing. So we can take anything and change our like it's all perception, you know? For example, the calorie counting. I used to be restricting. I used to be basing my worth on calorie counting. Today, do I calorie count once in a while? Yes. Yes, I do. In fact, I've been doing it a lot more because I've been really into bodybuilding. I'm coming from a place now where it's like calorie counting. It's the same thing. It's you have a horrible relationship to it. You're obsessed with it. Your like worth is based off of it. Or now I'm coming at a place where it's like I'm creating myself. We always have the opportunity to live up to our potential or decide to improve ourselves or to have goals and have it be out of a place of inspiration, out of a place of we are our own inspirations, out of a place of excitement and badassery. And like, I just want to be stronger. I want to be like my best. I'm really learning what self-love is. When I was first trying to get my menstrual cycle back, well, you know, it's been a journey, but when I really early in my self-love journey, I feel like it's just, I thought of self-love as like, oh, I love myself, so I'm going to have this pizza. I love myself, so I'm going to not work out today. Like, I love myself. And we think that self-love is really just like indulging, or at least that I'll speak for myself, or at least that's what I thought. I was just like, self-love. Yeah. Like, self-love is also discipline. Self-love is also making your bed and like eating salad and like, you know what I mean? Like it's self-love to me. I experienced this the other day. Like I've been really excited about working out most days of the week. Yesterday, I was just like, nope, not today. I'm burnt out. There's no way. And like I didn't work out. And it's fine, you know? Or if I really was like, all right, self-love, I'm going to freaking do this, which it happens most of the time. I usually like get myself to the gym and I feel so much better. That's also self-love. It's both, you know, it's not, it's like, so I don't know if you just had a revelation or if it's like so obvious to everyone except for me that that's what self-love is. But just knowing that discipline and organization and setting ourselves up for success and planning and prepping, like those are all things of love. And did I mention too that, yeah, I think I did talk about this, that a lot of people, when they first go vegan, what it taught me is like numbing ourselves is like so easy to do. And we easily can like, you can easily numb yourself on a vegan diet as well, obviously. But as far as like a journey for true health, a journey for true introspection and allowing these emotions to come up, the stress to come up, the feelings of feeling burnt out, not loved, just disappointment, whatever, self-loathing and whatever is happening, that we want to reach for the alcohol, reach for the marijuana, reach for the cupcakes, or even something healthy that you're just deciding to overeat on. It brings up a lot of emotional upheaval for people. And I've definitely experienced that, you know, once you're cleaning up your diet and not numbing yourself and really saying, okay, I want to eat this, but I'm actually not hungry. I'm actually feeling a certain way. And instead of numbing it and like just eating right now, I'm actually going to sit with this emotion and feel it. And that's hard to do. That's not easy to do at all by any means. It's not easy to like sit in these uncomfortable emotions. So going vegan and waking up, it's taught me like how to sit in discomfort. And I'm still learning this. Like, I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I still feel I'm nowhere near like absolutely perfect by any means. And actually, no, I'm utterly perfect in every way. There's a scene in Mary Poppins. She looks at herself in the mirror and she's like, I'm utterly perfect in every way. And me and my friend looked at each other and it was like so spot on. Like, of course. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying that I'm still learning how to sit in my discomfort. Okay. So, and practicing that as well. So I think that it's definitely been a few years since I like consciously ate lobster or turkey or eggs. But as far as celebrating 8 years vegan, it's really been quite an awakening. And it's brought me so much magic in my life, so much incredible connection with the most wonderful people. I think that the community of vegans, like, these people really, really care. And maybe that's why it's like kind of linked in my mind just to some people feel like have kind of eating disorder mindset and get a little obsessive about these nuances and ... because we care so much. We're just such caring people. We want to save the environment. We want to save the animals. We want to save ourselves and be perfect, and we care. And it's so funny, and it's like so awesome. I love these driven people like that want to be superheroes. So I just am so grateful for you, and for honestly, veganism gave me something to be excited about. It gave me something to be passionate about and to dive into full throttle and learn more about, and feeling like I'm connected in so many ways. Like, I feel so happy and grateful to do something beneficial for the planet with every meal. Like, that feels so good to me. And that elevated energy, I think, is just so healing to me and to everyone around me. I think that it's all about energy. I truly, truly believe. I just read the book Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And that book is all about just mindset and how he's been able to help people reverse their horrible health conditions just with these meditation practices. And like, I truly believe, there's a lot of frequencies out there that we can't see. We only have 5 senses. There's x-rays and microwaves and radio waves and this Wi-Fi. Like, there's all of this stuff going on around us that we can't see. Okay? So if we're going to close the door to believing in energy is real, and like how foods have a certain vibrancy when you pick them organic and eat them right away, versus a package that's been sitting on the grocery store shelf for years and whatever, of course that's not going to have the same vibrancy and frequency and energy around it. And our thoughts create so much energy too. Like, when you walk into a room or when somebody enters your presence, you can feel like we are intuitive beings. Like, we can feel like, oh my gosh, like, is this person okay? Like, like, I think that I've learned through veganism that my body is brilliant. It's just like so cool. And I'm going to say again, is that because of 100% veganism? No, I think it's because of, eating more mindfully and feeling more grateful about what I'm eating, and eating mostly plant-based for sure. If you want to eat an animal product once in a while, do I recommend it? Not necessarily. It's like, you know what I mean? Do we need it? Do we need that vegan donut? No, like, let's just like relax. So I hope this video brings you some peace. I hope you feel loved and connected and really excited about life and excited about something going on. And veganism also, I feel like, taught me to take risks, and to just when I felt so much better in my body and just so much more excited, I just feel like when we have a good, and this isn't veganism either, like, it's really just mindfulness. Like, it's a mindset practice. Like, I truly think that, like, if you're going to go vegan, you're going to feel so awake and alive and like, and connected. This sounds so weird. I know. I'm sorry. I sound like super woo-woo and the sun's going down and whatever. I think that it's important to have a mindset practice, because we can easily be hard on ourselves. Okay? We can easily go down a path of choosing a perspective, or choosing a perspective that things aren't happening in our favor, when in reality, everything is happening in our favor if we decide to choose that perspective. And I really enjoy like having food that feels good to me. I've been in lots of, I did my dietetic internship, and I've been in lots of scenarios and situations where I'm the outsider, I'm the weirdo, and I felt really insecure. And I've learned to stay true to myself. And that lesson is just like so valuable to me. I think that people are easily swayed by what their friends are doing and what the media says and all of these things. And we continue with social media. We're going to continue to be bombarded with all of these messages of what we should and shouldn't do and what's right and what's wrong and what blah, 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 blah. And I know for damn sure that I am going to do what's best for me and what I feel right doing. And I don't care how many people say that veganism isn't healthy or whatever it is. I want to feel good about what I'm eating and excited about it and relaxed about it. And I believe that if nobody's, I just think that it's possible. Like, I think that whether we believe or don't believe, then that's the truth for you. So if you believe that it's possible to be vegan for your whole life, then it is. If you don't believe that it's possible to be vegan for your whole life and you're trying to be vegan, it's obviously not going to be possible for you. We really, truly have to believe it for ourselves. So beware of what you believe, beware of what you say. Speak it into existence. We are healthy vegans. We are healthy, happy, successful, fulfilled right now. Okay? All right, I don't want to get too off track. I feel like I'm just talking about mindset practices now. But yeah, as far as being vegan, lately, I've definitely, since being fruitarian, I've learned the importance of getting my minerals and getting protein, especially since I've been like more into bodybuilding. And that's another way that I've really improved my relationship with calorie counting. So calorie counting for me now is like, oh, am I getting enough of this and that? And like, what can I eat to be sure that I'm getting enough selenium or whatever it is? And I actually have a professional chronometer account, and my clients have access to a professional gold chronometer account as well. And like, I hold them accountable for being damn sure that they're getting their needs on a exclusively vegan diet and they're doing it the best way possible. So it's really fun. Like, it's cool and fun to get nerdy about what I'm eating. And like, I know it, like, it's just like hard to explain how something can easily be perceived so negative or so positive. And it's just the same thing, like a cookie to one person versus a cookie to someone else, or like whatever happens. It's like our attitude is really what makes it. It's not the food itself. So interesting. But yeah, now I really like giant green smoothies and sandwiches, and I like to make like one recipe a week that I can have for the whole week. And I love chefing at retreats and experimenting with different recipes, and it's just really fun. Also, side note, I do work at Erewhon part-time as a nutrition consultant. And what's cool about working there is that 6 out of 7 nutrition consultants are vegan. And this is like the top of the line health food store in the world, probably, that most of the people that work in the nutrition department are vegan. Like, I love it. I love it. All of the people there, like, we super vibe. Like, it's really cool. And on top of that, yeah, I've worked for Dr. Furman. I've worked at like of course. Of course, after working for Dr. Furman and seeing what's possible for people after transitioning to a plant-based diet, not to mention, like, I know that couple in Australia, that woman, they were like in their 70s. She reversed her cancer with a raw vegan diet, and her husband did a marathon every single day, like all the way around Australia. Like, there's like, obviously it's possible to be vegan. And it's funny to me that people like leave veganism or like this like anti-vegan propaganda out there or whatever it is. So yeah, I've been vegan for 8 years and I feel happy and healthy. And let's think about the future now too. What are your New Year's resolutions? Please inspire me. Comment down below what your New Year's resolutions are. I know my resolutions are on a daily thing, like setting the intention to live up to my potential every day. And oh, I wish I had it on me. I'll leave a link to my favorite planner that I just got down below. It really breaks up the hours so I can like fill in, you know, an estimate of what I want to get done every hour so that I stay on top of it. It's really fun journal. But yeah, instead of having a New Year's resolution, I really do like to take every day, like I wake up with that intention, like it's a new day, it's a new year, it's a new opportunity to have an intention of giving and receiving love and feeling the feelings that I want to feel and creating what I want to create. So yeah, I do want to save the world. I want to help people go vegan. I want to help people feel confident and excited and passionate about life. And yeah, I just want to say it's only a couple days left, but if you're in the California area, I am a part of a Tony Robbins style women only seminar that's going on in Palos Verdes, California, and the tickets go up in price on January 1st. So I'll leave the link to that down below. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I really am so grateful for you watching this. I hope that you continue on your vegan journey. I hope that you feel, yeah, like hell yeah, you're saving the world. Let's go, people. Like, why your why better be louder than your why not. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like, why are we eating a certain way? Why? Okay, just why? Is it because you you want to have good energy? You want to feel better? Why? Why do you want to feel better? I don't like what does it matter? Does it matter to feel better? I don't know. I want to feel better so that I can inspire you. I want to feel better so that I can go rollerblading on the boardwalk and hang out with my friends and feel really good in my own skin so I can talk to cute boys and like live my life. That's what I want. I want to live and feel good. Like, I don't want to be stressed out. I want to support myself. I want to inspire people so much that, I don't know, I want to create programs and videos and just keep doing this. Why do you want to feel good? Why? And at the end of the day, if it comes down to feeling good, then like, sure, once in a while, eat the vegan cupcake. Damn, like, have some self-compassion. It's okay. No food are good or bad, okay? Let's release any kind of demonizing of any foods. They're all fine. It's all okay. And I know that's not the most trendy or glamorous thing to say, but plant foods, vegan, support the universe and the world, and yeah, the animals, watch earthlings, watch forks over knives. Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to save the world this year. Yep. Okay, follow me on Instagram at vitamin.katie. Thanks for listening to this rant. It's kind of fun going live. I was super nervous turning on the like record button. I was like messing with the lighting forever, and it's crazy how the sun went down, and it's like so funny. So I'm gonna get going and respond to your comments. If you commented, please send me a DM at vitamin.katie on my Instagram. I'd really love to connect with all of you. It's so cool being able to connect like this. I'm so grateful. Like, how cool is technology that we can just do this? So right now, go message someone, tell them you love them. Tell them you love them right now. At the end of the day, the only regrets I'm going to have are my inability to be vulnerable with people and tell them how I feel every single damn day. Okay? I love you. You're amazing. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for caring. Thank you for caring about me and what I have to say. It means the world to me. Have a wonderful, happy, exciting vegan New Year. Let's go. Let's go, vegan people. I swear I'm not a weirdo most of the time. Mwah. Bye.